What's going on, Sweet Dreams Nation? We have another season of Dana White's Contender Series upon us. As y'all know, this was the show that I was signed off of. It's how I got my shot, my opportunity to get into the UFC. It's got a special place in my heart. You know, we've had a lot of great talent to come off of this show. And today I'm going to run through and give my top 6 of who I think are the top 6 to come off the show. Starting off the list at number 6, I'm going to have to go with Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker was signed off of the Contender Series, and he's been one of the biggest names in the sport since he walked in. He came in, I think it was maybe 3 highlight reel knockouts. He had a lot of momentum. A lot of people were talking about he could be the guy to beat John Jones. And just based off of his physical stature, the dude is huge. He's got a good height, good length, and a good build for the weight class, pause. So I think that he's beaten some of the top guys. He's now ranked in the top 5 of the light heavyweight division. And yeah, I feel like Johnny has got a lot of talent. He's just now tapping into it, coming into his own. I said this after I fought Johnny, that Johnny's really good. He needed to stick with his coaches, stick within the system, start to learn and work on the basics. He's done that. He showed improvement, and yeah, he's number 6 on my list right now for fighters coming out of the Contender Series. Coming in at number 5, I'm going to have to go with Talia Santos. Talia Santos, I believe that's her name. I believe that's how you say her name, Talia Santos. Talia, she fought for a title. She's worked her way up through the division. I believe it's the flyweight division. Worked her way up got into a title shot against Valentina. Came up short against Valentina. Actually looked good. I believe it was a split decision, if I'm not mistaken. And she looked great in that fight. Gave her a run for her money. I believe she might have even laid out somewhat of the blueprint that Alexa Grasso used to ultimately defeat Valentina. So, yeah, Talia gets number 5 at this list just on the strength of that. Coming in at number 4 on my list, I will have to go with Gelton Almeida. Gelton Almeida is a heavyweight. He was signed off of the Contender Series, Brazilian. Gelton is a scary dude, man. He's a big guy. He's very skilled. He can stand and bang. He's got good hands. He moves like a 205er, but he's also got the strength and the size to go in and dominate and smash these heavyweights. He's gone in his last, I believe, his 3 fights. Went in, took the guy down, got on it back, finished him with the choke. Last guy, I believe it was Biggie Boy, Jorginho Rosenstruck. He went in, got Jorginho down. The minute Jorginho got comfortable and thought he was in a striking exchange, right out the gate, he took him down and took him where he had the better advantage to win and was able to finish him. I have put Gelton number 4 on this list because because of skill. He's now ranked in the top 5 of the heavyweight division, which is the biggest, toughest guys in the world. And he's also, I just see him as one of those guys. He's young. I believe he's going to be a staple. He's going to be around for a long time, and I believe he'll do a lot of great things within the sport. So for that, I'll have to put Gelton Almeida at number 4. Coming in at number 3 on my list will have to be the Blunt Bro, Kevin Holland. Kevin has been one of the most entertaining fighters in the game since he's come in. From the time he hasn't shut up talking from the time that he stepped on the Contender Series, stepped in on short notice into the UFC against one of the top guys in the sport, and Talia Santos, record holder and all those things, and put up a hell of a fight, did a great job, and did enough to earn himself his way into the UFC. And then we seen what he did whenever he got here. We all seen the year that he had back in 2022 where he went on a 5-fight win streak. He's now been ranked. He was ranked in the top of the division at middleweight, and now he's ranked at the top of the division at welterweight. So being able to be a ranked fighter is already tough in the UFC. Being able to do it in 2 divisions, you gotta, I believe that, and then there's the star and the energy and the things that he's brought to the sport since he's been in the sport. He's put on shows. He's always ready to go, and he's always entertaining. He's always fun. So I would have to put Kevin Holland as number 3 on my list for those reasons. we getting in close. We getting in close, reeling it down. Who gonna be number 2? Number 2 on this list is gonna have to go to the Sugar Show, Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's been one of the biggest stars since he stepped in. He's been entertaining. He's a phenomenal fighter. He's good at all levels. A lot of things have been said about his rise to the top, but he showed in the Pewter Yan fight that he belongs with the very best in the division. He's fighting for a title soon, and he's just been a consistent showstopper for the entire time that he's been in there. If the question were popularity and just notoriety and just things like that and business booming like that in it, we probably would have to go with Sean O'Malley at the top of this list. But if we're going just based off of achievements and as well as I've mixed some notoriety and things like that in here. But Sean is definitely number 2 on the list. He's must-see TV. I watch him every time he fights, and he's definitely worthy of number 2 on the list. For number 1 on the list, I'm gonna have to go with yours truly, myself. Coming off of the Contender series, I'm the only champion to have come off of the show and reach the ultimate goal, which is to win a championship. That stat alone, I think, kind of puts me ahead. Then just the competition I faced since I've come into the show from the beginning. Within my first year, I was already fighting top 15 opponents right out the gate. So I've gone through that gauntlet of the top of the division. A lot of tough guys, and up until I ultimately was offered the title shot on short notice and went and displayed my skill and was able to go and take out Glover Teixeira and be able to do it in Brazil, dominantly sweeping the scorecards and everything like that, and how I did it. And it may seem a little biased or whatever, but I think anybody who is truly being honest, you would have to go with the only champion from the show to put at the top of this list. I also have some honorable mentions that I would like to go, because this show has produced a lot of great talent over the years, and I think this is going to be a norm. I don't think I'm the one and only champion that's ever going to come out of the show. There's a lot of guys coming in. If I have to go with an honorable mention, I would have to definitely go with Jeff Neal. Would have to be right at the top of the guys that come off the show. I'd have to go with the Alex Perez, who actually fought for a title, who just missed out on the list because I haven't really seen anything from him since that early run. I'd have to go with, I think Bo Nichols is gonna make a real push to probably be at the top of this list at some point. We got the young guy. There was a kid that was 17 years old last year that was signed off of the Contender series. So there's a lot of talent coming through. They're coming in all ages, from all different walks of life. That's one of the things that I love about the show. You get to see different flavors of the game, different people, different backgrounds, different stories, different things as a whole. I believe that the Contender series was a wonderful idea. It's an experience and one that I'm proud to have been a part of. And I can't wait to see what happens on this season. And this has just been my list for the top 6, because I prefer 6. Let's go.